Worms Reloaded Puzzle Pack Mission 17. For a speedrun of this one, so we actually control two teams, the right worm blocker and the left worm is our regular team, and we start off with blocker, and the upper two worms we don't actually control. So the first thing we're going to do is surrender with blocker, so F12 twice, then you want to wait just 0.1 seconds and press space. If you press space immediately, for some reason there's a delay, but if you wait just the tiniest fraction of a second, then you actually go straight to the other team without delay.
Greetings,
and so we're going to jump 3 times. So once, twice, select F8, aim up just a little bit, and jump while shooting. So you want to pull in, bounce off the wall, hold just the down arrow right there, and here, if you want to be careful, you can just kind of hold the right arrow as you start to bounce right here. And it keeps your worm in place, just keeps things nice and safe. So, want to extend, get the crate, pull in, make sure to bounce off that wall, don't just hold up or you might get snagged. Extend down here, and just be careful right here because your rope is reaching its max limit. Go like that. And to get some speed down there, you want to hold down and right. So our goal is we want to get to right, just this little nub. And you can land like on the bottom of it or just like, you know, right on top of it right here. Landing on it is kind of nice actually. So basically what we want to do is get right here in that little corner and we want to start nudging left. And nudge, I just mean like tapping left really, really slightly. And I'm already there. So you want to keep nudging. I'll do it again. So keep nudging until the moment you see your worm lift off the ground. And there. And we actually want to look for something specific. So notice the tail of the worm. There's just like one or sort of like 1.5 pixels of room between that tail and the floor. I want to say like there's one totally clear pixel of land and then maybe like a sort of shaded black pixel. So that's what we want. Once we're in that position, then all we have to do, enter twice, F9, aim straight up, do a full power shot. Once it hits your head, just walk to the right. And we should get this outcome every time. Okay, the mines hit blocker. Those mines go up and kill the upper right worm. We should get that exact same outcome every time. Doing this setup guarantees two great things. So it guarantees we don't see grave animations from the worm that we kill. They just go straight into the water. And on top of that, that stupid magnet gets destroyed, which is great because if it doesn't get destroyed, it can bounce around, taking up like 15 seconds or sometimes more. It's pretty crazy. So this outcome is really great for just stability. Now, it's possible to go too far as you're nudging along. So what if we go like this? It seems like we're a little high up. Just go back, re-nudge, try again, and now we're good. So we have that really, really minimal amount of space between our worm's tail and the bottom. Now let's go over a slightly crazier way to do this map. We can actually do it in one turn with just blocker. He does have a jetpack. We can just get him up to those mines, he can activate them, and the same sort of chain reaction will occur. And this is actually a faster route, but only if you execute it totally perfectly. But as far as I can tell, it's just not repeatable. You have to be just sub-pixely aligned, totally precise, do everything the same way. I just don't know if there's a way to make this reliable. It might be relegated to the status of more of an IL route, but it's interesting to see nonetheless. So with blocker,
Greetings.
We want to start off by going just 8 nudges left. And select jetpack. So an interesting thing about jetpack, we only have 25 fuel, but if you hold left or right for a really short amount of times, it does not use any fuel at all. So we can go up a little bit, carefully go left, then go up a little bit more and actually reach those mines, and they'll do the same sort of Rube Goldberg chain reaction that will kill the upper right worm. So you kind of want to go up in 2 spurts. The first spurt gets you to about, I want to say 18 fuel, and then you just do a little bit more. I've gotten up to this first ledge with even 15 fuel remaining, so that is possible. It's just really hard. So we go, it's up, up, and then left, and it's just really short. You have to really feel these bursts. There, so I didn't get it that time. We're gonna do it again. That's why this is hard.
Greetings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, barely got up there with 13. So once you're up there, you can just keep tapping left, just intermittently. You don't want to get all the way pressed up against here. If you do that, you're gonna hit the little nub. So just the tiniest bit right from being totally pressed up against this ledge. 13 is plenty. I've gotten up here with, I think 10, possibly even 9. So once again, 2 short bursts. The first burst, you want to sort of end it at around whatever number you have, minus, 7-ish. That's one way to do it. Then just maybe a burst of about 5 fuel more. And I messed it up. Okay, one more time.
Greetings.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got up there with 15. That's pretty solid. Okay, so we're right near the edge, but not 100% pressed up against it. Okay, so we got up there. Now, once you're up here, ideally, you would activate the mine in the exact same way every time. It would kill Mystique in the exact same way every time. But thus far, I really haven't found a good way to do that, unfortunately. And I think it's because the sub-pixel position of your worm really matters, but there isn't really a good way, as far as I know, to adjust that up here. Even just like walking into a wall would be nice, but alas, no walls to be found. One thing we can do, so see this little arrow beneath us? I call it an arrow. So like the yellow bit of land beneath us sort of points up. We want to get our worm centered on that and just keep nudging left until you see the bottom of your worm become totally 100% horizontal. So nudging left, and there it is. So we don't see any creases in the worm's tail on the bottom part of it. It's 100% flat, and we're just going to hold enter, then in midair holds enter and right.
No! No! Ow! 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 Business and no! Ow! No!
And you might notice if you keep holding enter, your worm actually retains motion after being hit with the mines. So that's one way that we can get the kill. And I just don't know if that's actually consistent. It seems like it is actually dependent on the sub-pixels, but it can work, and it can actually be a faster method than the other way. But typically, there's so much preparation with the jetpack that it's just not going to be faster most of the time. Also, the ending is not as fast as the original way to do it, because we're not getting that magnet destruction plus worm drowning. So this is something to keep in your back pocket, maybe as an IL strat.